Hi guys, welcome back. I thought I would show this to you guys. I finally broke down and bought it. I've been thinking about it for a while. I really don't need another scoreboard and all that. You know, I got plenty. But there's something on this one that kind of made me go for it. And I'll show you when we go through this. So I'm just going to go through this, show you the different features and everything. So it's from Sizzix, the scoring board and trimmer. And it can make, all this, bags, boxes, envelopes, banners, rosettes. So on the back, it just kind of tells you all the stuff. We'll go through that more thoroughly when I open it. So let's just take it out of the box so we can see it, because it's not fun looking at the box, is it? Okay. All right. First thing, I can see right there is a replacement blade. So beware of that. And we'll look to see if there's any place to put it. Like on the Cricut, I don't know if you guys know this, but where's my Cricut? But on the back of the Cricut, I got a scoring blade and I got a regular blade here, cutting blade. So they have holders on the back, which I like. So I can keep it. So I don't know if this one does or not, but we'll go through it. Okay, here is the board. It's a hefty. The book, and then this is the envelope table. All right. Anything else? Okay, so it's got some QR codes, and you can scan those for easy generators. So I assume they're for bags, boxes, stuff like that. We'll look at that. Okay, let's get this out of our way. We don't need the box right now, do we? Don't throw the blade away, Jean, because, you know. So at least they give you an extra blade anyways. Okay, let's try to bring this on here. The best way that we can put this on. So I can, this way is probably better. You can see a little bit more of it. Okay, what's it got here? We'll put that off to the side. We'll go over this. Now, I got mine off of HSN. You can get them just about any place, I suppose, you know. I paid $65 for it, so they are a little pricey, but we'll get to the part that I kind of was sold on. All right. You know, since we're going to see it right off the bat, it's got a reversible board and a reversible ruler here for centimeters and inches. It's got it's called fold and form tool, which I can't get a hold of here. Okay, it's got a little notch in there, slice in there. Okay, it's just like it's pretty weighty. Okay, that's that. We have my little pad here. Matt wants to keep sliding every time I slide this. All right, so it's got 3 different punches. We'll go over those. It's got the ruler here. Here's the cutting blade. And, okay, let's start with just right down the middle here. So I'm going to try to leave it sideways. Well, maybe I can't go. Let me see, how much further can I go down here? I want you guys to be able to see, but yet. Okay. When you're trimming, it says this is the trim way. If you leave it like that, let's go over the blade. So I know from watching a different review that this blade comes off. So let's take it off. So it tells me right here how to take it off. So you're going to pull up this, and because the whole thing's going to come up right up, and then you can just slide your blade off. That, and then you would just pull this piece right out, and you can put your replacement in there. Okay, so that's kind of nice. Put that back on to make sure I got it on the right side. I think it probably only goes one way. Let me see. Let me test for you guys. Yep, it only goes one way. So if you're not paying attention like me sometimes. Okay, what I like about this is, you know, I'm holding down the bar, of course, because there's not too much play. I think you're going to get a pretty good straight line out of this. It seems to slide really, really nice. So let me just put a piece of paper in, and we'll, you know. Okay, here is your cut. Looks like a really nice cut. Okay, let's do some thin ones. Whoops. See how So some really thin ones. Get them out of here. So you got all different. So you can pretty well cut. And this is a 110-pound cardstock I'm cutting right here. So that's cutting. So that's how you cut. You have to have this piece here. Now the score, I'm going to get into the other part. The score, you're gonna put the bar on the side. So to do that, you're gonna lift this knob up just a little. Just lift it up, and you're gonna slide, and then you're gonna score. So what would be nice right now? I can see right now. You can see all the nice, really black lines here. You know, the numbers are nice and bright. Okay, so up here, where the scoring is, those are your numbers. So, I need my glasses. So I can see a problem right there. Yes, I can take my marker, and I probably will, and kind of right over the top of them. Because now, I don't know why they couldn't have did that black. So there's, we'll give them a check mark, or I mean a X or something. Okay, but there's a stopper right here. I don't know if you can see that little stopper right there. Okay, you're just going to put your paper up against that. And then it pretty well goes straight. But you can just follow along your line here. And what did I do with my here? So let's say we want to score at 2 inches. Score at 2 and 4, 6. Okay. Looks like a nice scoring. You can fold those whichever way you like. Some people like to fold it that in, and some people like to fold it out, whichever way looks better to you. So, it seems like it scores really good. Not a problem there. Okay, and then you just got to lift it to turn back. Okay, before I show you the magic board, let's go to the punches. So you have 3 punches back here, which do come out. Okay, so you can use them on its own. So they come out. Let's go back down again. So they come out. There is 2 arrows on each side. And then there is arrows on each side. Just make sure you line up those arrows when you put it back in. That's important when you're punching. So we have the envelope one, which makes that little notch. You've got a hole punch, and you've got the corner. And the corner one actually has 2. So you've got a round one and like an angle cut. We'll do that. So you've got 2 cuts on those. Make sure I have that back in. Okay, so now your corner punch, or your envelope one, leaves that. Then you have your hole punch. And then you can slide this in for the corner, for the rounder. And then I'm going to flip it. And make sure I line my arrows up. And we'll do an angle cut. And it's got the straight, like for making the little tags. And also, now there isn't a collection thing, so everything goes right down underneath. Now let's flip this over once and see if I can see any kind of spot to put the extra blade, and see if it shows it in here anywhere. Okay, this just talks about cutting, scoring. Here's your envelope section. Here's your tag section. Here's the boxes. And here's banners. And your QR codes are in here too, so you don't need to save the box. All right, I do not see. There's a little thing right there. Let's see if that fits in there. I don't know if it will. Let's see. Take the blade out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if those are just designed or not. This is where your folding tool goes in. Right there. Okay. It goes all the way, and I'm just kind of showing you. I want to take it back out. So be very careful. I have cut myself on these blades in the past from the Cricut ones. The Cricut ones don't stick out very far either. So yeah, if you don't see it there. Okay. Oh, turn it this way. Maybe it'll fit. Maybe it'll fit. Nope, it doesn't seem to fit. Bummer. Won't fit in that one. So that's not what that is. That would be nice if that's what that was. So you're going to have to be very careful. I don't see any other spot where a blade might work. You know, find a place to put that where you won't lose it, okay? So that's the back size. Okay, let's get back to the front. Let's show you why I bought this. We can do it this way. First, let's push this back, okay? This board right here pulls out, okay? So right now it's on an inch. Right down there it says inches, inch. And if you flip it, it's got centimeters. So you just flip that board. Do you know why I like that? I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when I'm watching a video and I see a really cool project I like to try, it's in centimeters, and some people will give the inch conversion and some won't. Well, normally I would have to pull this ruler out and figure out where my centimeters are to my inches, okay? It can be a hassle. It takes a little time, but you can do it. Love that. You can also flip this one to the centimeters too. So we gotta pull this, pull it up. There we go. And it's got to slide. There we go. And then centimeters on this side. So I want to see something. Okay, so it's got 25. Okay, so like if you need the higher numbers, on this side it goes from 6 to 31 centimeters. And if you need to go higher than that, so this side will be, you have to flip it over. So the same with the inches. You would start your inches right 3 right there then. So you can see measurements here too. So here's 3, 4, 5, 6. Those aren't inches, I don't think, but let's see what those are for. Okay, so let's put that back in. So slide this in first because it's got these little knobbers. So that needs to go slide in there first. Okay. Now also, I might have to pull this up. You can see where it's got a little envelope there. So to make the envelopes, let's put that back in there. You're just going to slide that all the way to envelopes. And then it'll tell you what degree angle you got to go on. I know that most of them are 45 degrees, which is right here. Or if you have it this way, you just go 3 clicks. 1, 2, 3 clicks. Gives you 45 degrees, and then we'll make it on that. Got fuzz in there already. Okay, so what else do we have on this one? Punches, tool, let's put that back there. Do I have it on? Nope, let's put it back on inches. Some people might do, okay, it's hard to get a grip on it though. Or it's probably just me and my RA, you know. Okay, make sure you push it all the way up there. All right, so that's your basic board. Okay, let's do, now I'm just going to quick show you how to make an envelope so that I can show you how to use this matrix. Envelope matrix table, or whatever you want to call it. So make one. If you guys want a more thorough one on making boxes and the banners, and I've seen a couple other things you can do. You know what you can do with this one tool? While I'm thinking of it, the fold tool. You move that out of the way, you can get a hold of that better. Okay, so what you can do is, like if you need to put like a slight, you need to round your, your edges. Okay, and curl them. Let's take this really thin one and see how that curls. Look at that. So you can curl. So I suppose you can use ribbons too and use this as a curling tool. I'm still going, so I'm making it. So you can use that. It really doesn't tell you what that's for anywhere in the book. I couldn't find anything that tells you what to do that. Use that for. I'm thinking that works good for me. So you can use this to curl your paper, or like, if you're making, like I said, if you're making Oh, a bow is, so you can just kind of curl them to get them over. I have to try a bow. Okay, I think I broke a fingernail. Of course I did. All right, so we've got all that, right? We've got the cutting blade, which it glides really nice. I really like. I think it cuts just as good as any of my other cutters, you know. Except for I need to hold it in there. So I think it cuts just as good as any of my other cutters. The scoring seems fine. So that part's good. I think the only negative so far I had is here. You can't read that. So with me all getting my head, I have to go down pretty like to see what those numbers are. So that would be my only negative right now. And I will figure out something to do about that. I will probably blacken in the letters just because I would like to see. All right, let's go ahead. I just have this out here, so we'll use this. Let's just take a sheet, pretend this is a card. Okay, pretend that's a card. Now what you're supposed to do is just set it right on here. And then you go to the corner, this top corner. I gotta bring you down. Okay, bring you down. So you set it in the corner. You line your corner, you put your card right down like that, okay? So that's how you have your card, right? Okay. So then you go to the top right corner, pick that up, and it says there's a 7 5/8 there. That's the top black number is what your paper size will be, okay? The 7 3/8 is going to be your line from the ruler where you have to go. Okay, so it said I need a 7 5/8 sheet of paper. Now, here's the thing with this one. It doesn't show 8s and stuff like that. Where, like, my scoreboard here does, the We Are does, it shows, okay, go ahead and then, sure. How do you want to be stubborn? Why aren't you focusing properly? It could be my glasses, but it's not. Okay, well, there is 8s on here. There's 1/8, 3/8, 5/8, 7/8. Okay, this is the reason I had originally bought this ruler, because it has everything on it. It's got the 16ths, it's got the 8s. Why is my camera? Sorry, guys, I don't know why it's not focusing properly. Let's see if it's maybe picking this up or something. It's not focusing here. Technical difficulties as usual. Something's on my camera. It's showing something on my screen here, like something's on here. But I don't know what. I don't see nothing on my phone. So it does have the 8s and the 16ths and everything on the ruler. So I use this ruler when I need to know different measurements. Let's go back. And I'm trying to see the best way that we can do this so you guys can see. Okay, so I want to get the numbers in there. Okay, so the first it says to cut your piece of paper. I'm going to use, this is like a printer paper. It's just a pattern on one side. So first it says 7 5/8. And if you look at your ruler, which I will show you guys on where 5/8 is, 5/8 is the longer mark right after your 1/2 inch. So the 5/8 is right here. Your 1/2 inch is right here. I'm sorry, but I don't know why my camera's not focusing, guys. 1/2 inch, 5/8, that's the longer one. So 7 5/8, here's your 1/2 inch. Then you've got a small slash, and then you've got a bigger line. We're going to go to that line. So we're at 7 5/8. 7 5/8. They say right after the 1/2, right? So it's right. And you can go ahead and put marks on yourself. You can write maybe extend your line and write 5/8 there. I may do that myself, but I know my 5/8 and stuff pretty well now because I've been doing this. So first we want to cut 7 5/8 square. Okay. I should have cut the other way because I've got an uneven line there. Hold on, guys. I don't like that for you. Let me grab a different sheet of paper because I should have cut that other end off. Okay, let's do that. Let's cut that end off because it ripped out of there funky. 7 5/8, right about there. Don't worry, you don't have to be perfect either. You know, if you're not exactly on that line. 5/8. That'll still come out. Okay, so now we got that. Let's bring this down a little bit. Okay, now we need to move this into for the envelope. So again, we want to push it all the way out. And then we're going to go 3 clicks at a 45-degree angle. 1, 2, 3. Or you can just pick it up. And right there's your degrees on the side. And the arrow's at the 45 degrees. So we want to be right there, okay? So now the first thing we're going to do, it says, which I should have had the book opened for you guys. Okay, is we are going to find my score tool. So what we want to do is we want to line up our piece of paper. Now you are going to line it up on the bottom number, which is the lighter black. And ours said, where did we leave off? 7 3/8. So ours says we have to line our paper up to 7 3/8. Okay. And so you're going to put your paper in like this on the angle, okay? And you're going to go for 7 3/8, so bring it all the way up. And 3/8 on your ruler, if you're not sure, is before the 1/2 inch. So it's the longer slash before the 1/2 inch. So it's 7, here's your 1/4, and then your 3/8 is this line right in between there, the longer line in between your 1/2 and your 1/4. Okay? So then you got that lined up. Now it says score right here. Okay, so now it says score. So now, and there's like a little notch right there. Just put it in and score. Now you're going to turn it 90 degrees every time. So you're going to turn it. This line we just made, we are going to line up with that line right there like that. Can you see? Okay, we're going to line it up and we are going to do that again. Okay. And we're going to do that, turn it again. And line that up to that one. Now this is a really thin paper, so you want to be careful. You can use a cardstock, so you don't want to score too hard, which I did on that one, because it is a... Gotta remember, I'm not using cardstock. Make sure it's down straight, line that up, and score. Okay? Alright, which side can you see better? Probably that side. So now you can see our basic. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use the notch tools, punches, I mean, and we are going to use this envelope one again. Now there's 3 lines, 2 lines and a dash line, solid, solid, and a dash. What you're going to do is you're going to put this in between. So you want to line up your lines, kind of go to the solid lines. They kind of match up. But you want to get that centered. I'm going to put it down so I don't. So I'm going to center it. And so the black lines kind of meet the lines you scored. And then punch. Okay, I'm going to go all the way around and do that. Kind of like if you used other, you know, from other companies. I'm not sponsored, by the way. I just finally broke down and bought this. You know, that's how I am. And I'm sure you guys are the same way. I have a million little trimmers and stuff. But so far, I like that cutter. Okay, so now you get that. You get all the notches in every corner. Okay. So now we can just push this back here. We don't need that. Now what we're going to do is we are going to round our corners. So get my rounder back. I got the angle cut on. So I'm going to round the corners. Make sure my arrows are. And let's go ahead and round the little corners. Like I said, you can take these out. You don't have to use them in the board. Okay, now we got slightly rounded corners. Okay, and let's just move this out of our way for a second. And as simple as that, you have an envelope. And we are going to, the sides would go in first. Then we'd put that up. Now, if you don't like this much sticking up, just cut it off. You know, some people don't like it, some people do. See, now we have an envelope. Where's our little thing, our pretend card here? Pretend card. And in it goes. Now, it could have went a little smaller, but according to the chart, that's what size I was made, but it's plenty big. You know, it's got room on about a 1/4 inch on this side and probably a good 1/2 inch. So it could have went one size down, but you go by the chart, and that's how they tell you to use the chart. So, which it doesn't really matter if it's bigger than it is. So now this comes out to be, the envelope itself is about 5 5/8 by 4 3/6. And so 5 5/8 is what we ended up cutting at. Where's my 5? Where were we? We put that back down there. Oh no, 7 5/8 is what we cut at originally. But now I'll take this off. See how much space there is? So you can kind of see enough space on all the sides. So that's how you do a quick envelope and use that matrix. Now I did not do any of these yet, the QR codes, to see what else is on there. But here it does have a simple, the A7, A6, A5, and slim and stuff like that. So it's got some measurements there for you. And so that's the envelopes. Here is, it's still the envelope, I guess, yep. Here are the tags. And then you can make boxes out of it. So I assume going into the QR code will get you box sizes. But here's some small, medium, large, and a rectangle box here for you. So if you guys want to see more of this board, you want to see me make the boxes and the tags, and there's banners, and you can make rosettes, and you can make a couple other things I've seen. So if you guys want to see more on this board, then just let me know in the comments. Boy, my phone is just being naughty today. Okay, put that back in, lift that up, push it back. But so far, like I said, I like how it cuts. Just slide it in. I only have 1 negative. Now, don't they dare come and remake this, because everybody complains about that fact. And then, you know, that is, so far, is my only negative, that they could have put the black numbers here too. But otherwise, so far, I think, you know, I have to use it a little bit more. But I think, like I said, I like the cutting. I like the cutting blade and everything. That seems to be cut really nice. You know, cuts really nice. All right, so that's just a little, I thought I would share this with you guys. I wasn't going to do it, but I'm like, well, what if somebody else wants to buy one too, and they don't know, you know, if they're standing on the fence here about it. So I thought I would just show it for you guys. If you want a little bit more thorough and want to do some of the projects and stuff, just let me know in the comments. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.